Hello, folks, and welcome back, or welcome to a new video. Today will be Total War Shogun 2. I know I was recording Spellforce in for this time slot, but I have this on my account, and I was like, fuck it, I want to play it. So, I'll play a little bit here. The only issue present is audio testing. I haven't done any. Let's lower this slightly. I wish I could hear what ye hear to judge, but I don't. I can't. I've played a bit of Warhammer. I should be fine. Okay, so yeah, Shogun 2. I don't have all the DLC for this, so I'm not sure what I'm missing out on. I've just kind of just grabbed this and moved on. And just went with it. Okay, Masters of the Land. Reduced recruitment cost and upkeep for all bow infantry. Increased income from farms. Can recruit superior bow infantry. The Chosokabe clan can claim three things: to be masters of the bow, able to recruit and maintain bow-armed infantry cheaply, and also able to recruit expert archers. They are also masters of the land and gain extra income as a result. They also claim descent from the Chinese Emperor Jin Shi Huang. Their emperor, Chosokabe Kunichika, is certainly bold enough to have imperial blood. Once jumped off a castle wall for a dare. Now he's ready to take on his clan enemies, the Kono and Ichido clans. He's also ready and bold enough to make himself Shogun. I'm guessing at the pronunciation here. These are Masters of Integrity. Reduced recruitment costs and upkeep for katana samurai. Can recruit superior katana heroes. Can recruit superior katana samurai. And increase loyalty for all generals. The Shimazu are a proud clan with a long history worthy of their pride. They can trace their ancestry back to the Minamoto, the founders of the Kamakura shogunate. Their strengths are the traditional ones of any old clan. They're samurai and adherence to Bushido. Good, the mic is muted. To the Shimazu, loyalty is everything, and the generals are less likely to develop ambitions of their own. Shimazu, katana, samurai are cheaper to recruit and maintain in the field than those of other clans. They also can recruit a superior katana armed samurai. Loyalty, Bushido, and brave samurai are powerful assets for an ambitious warlord seeking to be shogun. Apparently, samurai of yesteryear, as you would imagine, as being that they're human, were complete shitcunts. Technical terms here. People were saying that when the Mongols were invading Japan, because they got fucking everywhere, the Mongols took peasants as prisoners and tied them to their shields as a dare of like, sure, fire your arrows at us. You'll hit your peasants. What did the samurai do? Fired their arrows, not giving a fuck. Apparently they love seeing peasants. Free target practice. As this is what I've been hearing. Apparently complete gobshites. Like, sweet Jesus. Again, that's just what I've been hearing. I'm not entirely sure it's true. But I remember hearing that the people over in Japan loved that samurai game that came out from some American studio. And they loved it. Their only issue was that the samurais weren't shitty enough, apparently. Of course, again, I don't know if that's true either, but yeah. It makes sense. People were shitty no matter where you went. even if you're like tied with codes of honor, you sculpt the codes of honor to allow for your shittiness. I remember SF Debris talking about horizontal and vertical honor and personal honor versus group honor. He was covering some Deep Space Nine episode. Like, some Klingons were harassing, like, random people in Deep Space Nine. And that wasn't breaking with their honor codes. Because they had basically partitioned those people out of the honor codes, or that was only for an internal honor. Like, if you mistreat one of them like that, then that's different. But outsiders are fair game. You know. People are like that. If we can find a way to be a shit cunt, we will. And if we can't, we will make it so. That's people for you. No matter where you go. Castles are cheaper to build, can recruit superior siege units, reduce recruitment costs, and upkeep for siege units. The Hojo clan have invested much in the art of breeding ancient people and fox people. Much in the art of building castles and forts. Those who know how to build also know how to destroy. The Hojo, therefore, are masters of fortification and can build cheaper castles than any other clan. They can also produce cheaper, better siege weapons than any other clan. These skills allow the Hojo to pursue a strategy of occupying land, daring an enemy to evict them. Occupying the right lands would make a Hojo daimyo the Shogun of Japan, with as many castles as he wishes. Mori, masters of the waves. The others were master builders. Kind of looks like a penis. Reduced recruitment costs and upkeep for all ships. Superior ships increase campaign movement range for all ships. The Mori have a long history of seafaring, and their ships are the finest in Japan. Originally, the Kamakura Shogun stewards of Akai, the clan switched sides and profitably backed the new Ashikaga shoguns. Since then, they have grown in power and made themselves sea masters without equal. They can read the waves and move their fleets further than other clans, and their shipbuilding skills make the construction and maintenance of ships cheaper too. They can also build some rather superior vessels as well. Japan is an island nation, and the daimyo who controls the seas could make himself shogun one day. Oda. From his castle in Owari, the warlord Oda Nobuhide commands a clan with a formidable reputation. The Oda clan are masters of the strategy of using ashigaru, common soldiers who are a growing part of Japanese warfare. The Oda can recruit better troops of this kind cheaper than anyone else. They are also a warlike folk, and have turned on each other in the past. Now, however, they face external threats. The Saito clan to the north, the Togawa and the Imagawa clans in the east. If they can beat these opponents, then an Oda daimyo may yet call himself shogun and rule Japan. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Master of peasantry, masters of battle. Charge bonus to all units, recruitment cost and upkeep for Nodashi samurai, and recruit superior ones. Date warriors are loyal to the ideals of Bushido and possess an attacking spirit. They are fierce and unforgiving enemies. All date troops have a charge bonus, and their Nodachi samurai with their two-handed swords are terrible indeed. Attacking without restraint is what the date do well. They've many enemies worth attacking. Date Harumone is at war with rebels and the Mogami clan, but a successful attack on any enemy will give the clan useful resources. Harumone does not lack the fierceness of his clan. He removed his own father and certainly can imagine himself shogun. Can his warrior's fierceness gain him that prize? Takeda. Improve morale for cavalry, reduce recruitment cost and upkeep, and can recruit superior cavalry. Takeda men are almost born in the saddle, and they're rightfully respected for their mastery of horses and cavalry warfare. Under the daimyo Takeda Shingen, the clan have opportunities and threats on all sides. They fought off repeated invasions from neighboring Shinano province and battled against the Hojo and Imagawa clans. This has made them formidable warriors. As a result, the Takada clan recruit and train cavalry much more efficiently than other clans. They can also produce a superior class of horsemen to anyone else. Maybe those horsemen who carry the Takeda daimyo to the shogunate. Tokugawa reduce recruitment costs and upkeep for Kisho ninja, superior ones, diplomatic relations, and 2% success chance of Mitsuke actions. The Tokugawa would like others to see them as the upholders of law and order, who keep their word. This image has some truth. Technically vassals of the Imagawa, and constantly threatened by the Oda clan, they are also masters of intrigue, because they've been forced to it by events. This goes some way of explaining their superior diplomatic skills, their training and use of very good Kinsho ninja, and the superior Masuke keep order in their lands. Under the leadership of Tokugawa Hirotada, perhaps now is the time for the clan to throw off their shackles, and perhaps one day Tokugawa will sit in the Shogun's palace. Ishugi. I have no idea. Reduce recruitment cost and upkeep for warrior monks, increase trade income, superior warrior monks, and 2% chance for monk actions. Ushugi are proud of their Buddhist faith, and rightly so. They are pious and worthy people. Despite this religious solidarity, the history of Ushugi is anything but tranquil. The daimyo, Ushugi Kinshin, changed his name and took control of his new clan when his original Nagao clan helped one Ushugi faction win a family dispute. Changed his name and took control of his new clan when his original Nagao clan helped one Ushugi faction win a family dispute. This fractious and religious nature may explain why they can recruit better and cheaper monks for their armies and as agents. There's much for these monks to do if an Ushugi lord is ever to be shogun. So... I'm gonna go with these guys. An Inshin Shishi can instill fervor amongst the ranks of an army he's embedded in which he's embedded, improving the quality of the charge. The level improvements linked to the experience of the Ishin Shishi in question. I have no idea how to say these names, damn it.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now, the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become Shogun. But who will be victorious? Chosokabe lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. This is our land. We respect its ways. Our farmers work hard and grow more than other men. But we are master warriors too. Our archers are admired by all. No arrow flies truer than the Chosokabe shaft. Bishamon, the war god has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Chosokabe clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls. are the Chosokabe. Until recently, our home province of Tosa was controlled by the Ichijo clan. We are their vassals. The waning popularity of the Ichijo throughout the province, and our own growing influence gave us the means to seize control for ourselves. Now, all that remains is to crush what remains of Ichijo resistance. Once this is done, nothing will prevent the conquest of Shikoku. Our rivals, the Kono, have their eyes on the same prize. They will also vie for control of the island, so the capture of their province, Iyo, must also be a priority. Whilst holding no particular strategic value, control of Iyo will allow us to extend our domain and bring us closer to the mainland of Honshu and its riches. We have as yet no quarrel with the Sogo or Miyoshi clans, but their subjugation or destruction will give us total control of Shikoku, and access to resources vital for expansion beyond the shores of Shikoku. The fine horses of Awa will enable us to field superior cavalry, whilst the stone found in Sanuki will make our castles impregnable. Both are excellent trade resources should we choose to negotiate with other clans. However, with power and influence will surely come the ire of Kyoto. And should the Shogun feel threatened, he will rally his subjects against us. In that event, we must be prepared to fend off all who would attack us, no matter from where that threat emerges. If the Shogun wishes to halt our expansion, let him come here and reckon with us himself.
Mission issued. The Ishiro clan has all but ousted from our home province of Tosa. Nevertheless, some resistance remains to our west. We must crush what remains of them and rid ourselves of our former rulers once and for all.
If our daimyo is to become shogun, military ruler of all Japan, we must defeat the current shogunate, the Ashikaga clan, capturing and holding the capital of Kyoto for 4 seasons. At this point, the emperor will declare our clan leader shogun. We can make a bid for the shogunate at any time, although the current incumbent may preemptively attack us if we become too powerful. War with the shogun for either reason may result in other clans declaring war on our own in support of the status quo.
The way to warrior is the resolute acceptance of death. To all things, there is an energy waiting to release. Noah, unavailable, master. Tragedy, laughter, and heroism inspire, even as they entertain. The people and the rulers must be guarded by men of iron. A field is useless unless the peasants come. Without a field, what use are peasants? When people are ruled wisely, they seldom realize it or are grateful until wisdom is gone. Mastery lies not in killing, for any fool can kill. Seems you can gain traits. Oh, this is a lot more detailed than the other 10. God damn. And you can do ship combat, I know. Well, I remember in older ones you could. I'm presuming this is one of them. -8 resistance to invaders in provinces conquered by this man. Makes them easier to conquer places. I guess it's I remember seeing in one manga them talking about the layouts of cities. You know, if you lay out a city for trade, it makes it easier for the enemy to get in. Like the streets are actually usable. Well, if they're an annoying mess, you know, they have to trickle in more and whatnot. Can't do anything.
Right-click to move our army to any part of the highlighted area. We can attack by right-clicking on the rival's army or castle town. You have just selected a character. Each general has a loyalty rating that is used to determine his like. This tab shows all the units or ships available for recruitment from the building you have currently selected. Right-click on the ship or ship card to see its description. Left-click on it to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Recruitment cost is displayed. Each general has a loyalty rating. Farms supply food, and castle towns consume it. Although food is automatically distributed across all our provinces, if the total consumption in towns is not matched by farms, then food shortages can occur, which will lead to unrest and, ultimately, rebellion. Make sure our farms are upgraded as we construct larger castle towns. A province's castle. This tab shows each general has a loyalty rating. That is, this panel shows you as generals within the clan acquire experience. This panel farms a province's castle. This tab, each general has a loyalty rating that is used to determine his likeliness to be bribed, leave our clan, and defect to another. Loyalty is influenced by factors such as the daimyo's honor, glorious victories in battle, marriage within the clan, being made heir to the clan leadership, the acquisition of character traits and skills, the choices made during dilemmas, and whether a general is made a commissioner or neglected within the clan. If their loyalty gets too low, there may be no choice other than to order that they commit seppuku.
Very dramatic.
Ports do not just facilitate trade income, they also enable the construction of naval vessels. Note that ships can also be ordered directly from fleets if commanded by a general.
Improved irrigation. Empty bellies are never found in loyal men. Order and chaos do only chopsticks lend apart. Trails. A well-worn way leads to travel home. When one foot has trodden, another may follow with certainty. The waves give riches to fishermen and take them away. Sailor takes ship eager to be away from the wife in this port. The careful woodsman always expects the Kodama. Season tall things.
Agents are recruited directly from a province via the recruitment tab on the review panel. Recruitment is instant, but cost may vary depending on a number of factors, such as the presence of certain buildings, clan, or character traits.
Would like to beat them up, but I wanted to play it safe.
Ideal for whittling down the enemy before battle is joined. These troops are best kept at range, and will suffer heavy losses if engaged in melee.
How better to defeat one's enemies than by whittling them away beneath a hail of arrows before they can even engage? Archers are already unmatched in their resilience. By developing their Kyujitsu skills will make them unbeatable. Way to bow.
This panel enables selection of the arts that, when mastered, will give us an advantage over our rivals. To begin, simply select the item you wish to master. There are no buildings required in order to do this, although there are some buildings that require mastery of certain arts before they can be constructed. Mouse over an art for a short description, details of effects, and the length of time needed to master it. Further details are available in the encyclopedia, accessed via the question mark button in the top right-hand corner of the panel. When unhappiness becomes too great, the peasants will riot. There are two types of a character's retainer. In addition to skills gained, there are two types of rebellion. A general whose loyalty has dropped too low may attack. All armies and fleets have a zone of control, represented by the circle displayed around them. You cannot enter a zone of control. Farms and other agricultural buildings increase both income and food supplies across all your provinces.
I do like the trade routes being represented on the map.
Winning a battle isn't just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the general's ability are essential too. Look at the strength ratio and reinforcement information before committing the clan to fight. But beware, if we are attacked, it may not be possible to avoid combat. The buttons at the bottom of this panel represent our battle options. Mouse over them to see what each one does.
A flash of lightning, illuminates man's journey, then darkness returns. Oh. The balloons on their back? I know they aren't, but it's just like looks very strange. Okay, they both come with bodyguards. Still, I want to make damn sure that they aren't ganked. I can't stretch those out. Ooh.
A selection group is an easy way to select a unit or group of units by pressing a single key on your keyboard. Create up to 10 selection groups by clicking on the unit or group of units in question and pressing G. However, when grouped, units will not behave as a group until locked into formation. You can do this by clicking on the group formation toggle buttons that appear on the left-hand side of the screen. The run button is used to toggle selected units between running and walking. Running is useful for going somewhere in a hurry, but doing it too much will tire the man out.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
He really isn't.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
I get a few more kills. Thought that horse was mauling someone there. Wonder how the cavalry is in this. I remember people saying that the cavalry in like Warhammer was like kind of shit. Like it was like inherently shock cav, even if it wasn't marked as such.
The game's speed controls are used to adjust the speed of the battle. You can pause the game or put it into slow motion by clicking on the buttons to the left, or return it to normal by clicking on the central button again. The two positions further right are for double and quadruple speed, respectively.
I'll tab him for a second. 20 gig free. I'll install this game.
Right-hand side breaks down the statistics to a per unit level. There are many new arts to be mastered that will assist our clan in its bid for supremacy. To select one, open the Mastery of the Arts panel by clicking on the dedicated...
Mastery of the arts improves your potential for military and civic development. To all things, there is an energy waiting release. You okay, man?
A daimyo does not have loyalty to the clan he leads. He has honor instead. If he loses honor, this will in turn affect the loyalty of his generals. Factors that may cause loss of honor include a crushing defeat of an army led by the daimyo, breaking a treaty or alliance, looting of castle towns, allowing a dishonored general to live despite many failures or the risk of treason, or the clan's conversion to Christianity. Factors that increase the daimyo's honor include a heroic victory or destruction of a clan by an army led by the daimyo, the acquisition of vassal clans, or becoming shogun. An ungarrisoned castle town automatically generates units of samurai retainers and women to defend it if attacked. Although not as effective during a battle as regular troops, and unable to leave the castle town in which they were spawned, they are well able to manage day-to-day public order problems. Buildings that have been damaged due to sabotage or battle can be rebuilt. To repair a building, select it and click on the Rebuild button to the left of the review panel. If simply left, damaged buildings will be automatically repaired very slowly over time at no cost.
Oh.
A very large army or fleet spread over 2 or more unit stacks may not be able to fight as a single force. The order in which reinforcements take to the battlefield can be determined by left-clicking and dragging units into the order of your choice. The unit on the far left being the first to take the field.
Oh, that was nearly very awkward. This audio level seems about fine. Come on, let me back into the game. As the attacking force, you may choose to wait for more favorable weather conditions before commencing your attack. Gunpowder weapons sold to reload and archers may not use flaming arrows. I can't put up the barricades. Whatever. What did I just say?